Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and Steam is running a ton of great deals right now. They've got a Golden Week sale running, and they've got a lot of other great deals running right now. You guys seem to enjoy my last video looking at deals under $5. Well, we got another video looking at deals under $5 available right now. No games mentioned in that video will be mentioned in this video, but a lot of those deals mentioned in that video are still live, so if you want to go check it out, couple videos behind, go check it out if you're interested, but we got more deals to go over, so let's get right into it, and let's start things off with Shadow Warrior, which is 90% off for $2.99. So yes, we're going well under $5 right out the gate. And then also Shadow Warrior 2 is 90% off for $2.99. Honestly, I would probably recommend Shadow Warrior 2. It's the stronger game, and it's a really over-the-top, fast-paced action title, but Shadow Warrior 1 is a lot of fun as well. Just expect something that is very visceral, very gory, very bloody, but if you want something that's fast-paced action gameplay, it doesn't get much better than Shadow Warrior, and you're getting two high-quality titles here at $2.99 a pop. Whichever one you pick up, you're gonna have a good time. I would recommend you to get both of them, but if you just want to stick with one, I would say that Shadow Warrior 2 is the better option. They do have the Shadow Warrior trilogy, but Shadow Warrior 3 is memes until it gets like really, really cheap around this price range, and then we can talk about picking that up. But for now, Shadow Warrior 1 and 2, great deals there. Next up, we have Strider, 70% off for $4.49. Now, Strider's a franchise that's been around for a very, very long time, but this one was a newer version done for a more modern audience. Bear in mind that it did come out over 9 years ago, so how modern we talking? I don't know. It still holds up nicely as an action platformer. If you're into that genre, you'll be into it. It can get pretty challenging, but enjoyable gameplay at the same time. $4.49, pretty good price on that. Next up, want to give a shout to Catherine Classic, 75% off for $4.99. Look, it sucks that Steam does not have Catherine Full Body Edition. That is only available on PlayStation 4, and I believe on the Nintendo Switch as well. A bummer that we do have to stick with the classic version, but it's still a high-quality title, and it's a game that's definitely not for everybody. Definitely has its quirks, its zaniness, but the puzzle gameplay is pretty well done, and on top of that, it's incredibly engaging from a narrative standpoint. Is it over the top? Absolutely. Hell yes, it's over the top, but it's so wacky in a charming way that you're going to get into it. Incredibly replayable as well, with a lot of different decisions that you can make. I would say, for this price at $4.99, pretty good pickup, all things considered. Next up, an all-time classic, Sonic Adventure 2, 50% off for $4.99. Would like to see this a little bit cheaper, around the $2.50 range, but we'll take what we can get. Sonic Adventure 2 is a classic. It originally came out on, I believe, the Sega Dreamcast, then it had the GameCube version that I feel like was more well-received, and more people played that version. Nevertheless, it's a classic Sonic title. Does it show its age? Absolutely, but you're talking about a game that is seeped with a lot of nostalgia for a lot of people, myself included. I remember playing this when I was really, really young, and it's that classic Sonic 3D gameplay, great soundtrack as well, so for $4.99, I think this is a good buy for Sonic Adventure 2. Next up, we have the Talos Principle, which is 85% off for $4.49. I'm not the biggest fan of puzzle games, but the Talos Principle is, first of all, it's got a great visual style, it's got a great sci-fi theme going on, and the puzzles are actually fairly well designed. So I would say, if you are into puzzle games or you want to give a puzzle games a shot, the Talos Principle is one that goes pretty under the radar, but for $4.49, I would say give it a look, see how you like it. It does have an overwhelmingly positive reception on Steam, so obviously a lot of people liked it, maybe even people that aren't super into puzzle titles. For this price, I think it's a good buy. Next up, another iconic classic title, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is 65% off for $3.49. Given that Jedi Fallen Order is an absolute steaming train wreck right now, why not check out a classic in Knights of the Old Republic? Look, this game came out 2 decades ago. I know there's a remake, in development, but that seems to be a bit of a dumpster fire in its own right. Some issues going on with the development of that. KOTOR is a game that is still an all-time classic, and I didn't even play this game when it initially came out. I played it years and years later, but man, as far as BioWare titles go, this is an incredibly compelling RPG, and if you're a Star Wars fan, if you're not a Star Wars fan, if you just want a classic RPG that's quite good, KOTOR is going to give you exactly that. Sure, it shows its age, but it's still a very good title, especially for this price of $3.49. Next up, Resident Evil 5, 75% off for $4.99. Now, let's be real, there is going to be a remake of this game at some point, so just keep that in mind. However, Resident Evil 5 is still a solid game that I do recommend that ideally, you know, if you can wait for the remake, given what Capcom has done, maybe wait for the remake, but it's still a really enjoyable game. And honestly speaking, playing the Resident Evil 4 remake, I kind of wish I played Resident Evil 4 a little bit more recently. RE5 still holds up pretty nicely as well. Remember, this was initially a PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 game, so not like that this game looks super dated, but we will get a remake of it at some point. But for $4.99, I think this is still a pretty solid pickup. Next up, we have Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, 75% off for $4.99. We talk about all these bad PC versions recently, bad PC performance. I remember back in 2015, we raved about the performance of Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. This game is one of the best PC versions that you're going to come across. It just runs on a fantastic engine, and low-end hardware at the time was running this game beautifully. At this price, $4.99, it's a great pickup. It's not the definitive experience, which you can say that that's a bit of a bummer, but it's still an all-time classic in my opinion, especially as far as PC versions go. Yes, I know, cut content, different style of storytelling, all that stuff, and you know, the game having its fair share of controversy from a development standpoint, but I still think MGS5 is tremendous, and I would give it a strong recommendation. I had a great time with it, and I think this is one of those games that, yes, it shifted Metal Gear into more of an open world, but that open world actually complemented Metal Gear as a whole instead of detracting from it, and I just think it's fantastic. $4.99, no-brainer there. Next up, we have Granblue Fantasy Versus, 90% off for $1.99. Now, bear in mind that I believe Granblue Fantasy Versus is going to be getting a new edition released later this year, and that's going to include more content and whatnot. However, for $1.99, if you want to jump into it right now, this is a quality anime fighting game. Great art style, great presentation, charming cast of characters. As far as character design, some of the best that I've seen out of an anime game, and looks fantastic. I know everybody's waiting for Granblue Fantasy Relink. Hopefully that is out later this year, but Versus is a good title to check out, especially at this price of $1.99. And lastly, gotta give a shout out to Hotline Miami, another classic here in Hotline Miami 1, which is 80% off for $1.99. Hotline Miami 2 is on sale as well. That is 80% off for $3.99. So you can pick up both if you do want, but Hotline Miami 1 for $1.99 is an over-the-top action game, throwback visual style, very bloody, definitely not for the faint of heart, but a quality game here, and definitely one that anybody can really get into. Maybe don't introduce it to your kid or whatnot, younger sibling, maybe not the game to get them into gaming, but it's over-the-top, it's bloody, it's action-heavy, and it is very fun. So $1.99, good buy there as well. That's going to do it for me. Again, a ton of great deals under the price of $5 available on Steam right now. As always, links to all of these will be in the description box below. Check them out. And if you don't, remember that deals are coming all the time, so we'll be sure to keep you guys updated. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.